I just wanted to go through a quick video of the wiring I did on my Rostra Cruise Control unit on my 2004 DL650, in case anyone is interested. Here's the servo. I'll start out with the throttle connection. I just ran it wherever I could find a good safe spot. Down here, cable runs up there. I had a tapped hole already in this plate. I can post a picture of it later. But all the parts that I used were in the kit to connect to the linkage. Now for the wiring, I'll start with the 3 wires that have to go to the factory harness. The purple wire is your brake switch. I tapped into here into the white and black wire because I had the rear end off to tighten up tail light, so it was easier access for me. Seems like most guys tap into it down here on this connection. There's the white and black, and this orange and green is your 12-volt switch power that you'll run your relay, or in my case I'm going to put a Eastern Beaver PC8 in this area, which will have a relay. And now for the wiring on the unit itself. This brown wire off of the main box is your 12-volt switch power that'll go to a 10 amp fuse. This other brown wire I used as the leftover from this brown one, but you can use any color you want. I probably should have used red. This one runs up to the switch. The red and the gray from the switch both go into that brown wire and run back up through my loom to this brown wire, which will go to a 4 amp 12-volt switch power. The light green and the orange I did not use on the main unit, and on the switch I did not use the white or the pink. I believe those have to do with the engage light on the upper right that I'm not going to be wiring in, because from what I've read on the forums it's more of a nightmare than it's worth. Now the rest of the wires, the blue and the gray from the box are the other 2 that go into your factory wiring harness. They run up here to this plug underneath behind your headlight, your left side cover. I spliced them in down here. The blue one goes to the brown with a black stripe, and the gray one goes to the pink with a white stripe. I disconnected this plug and popped the connections out of there to make it easier to work with. Now the rest of the wires are basically just run them to their corresponding colors. Yellow, green, black all run to yellow, green, black on the back of the switch, which this is all part of the switch, how it came. I spliced them in down here. Now the red that comes off the box is not just red. It's actually red with a brown stripe, and that runs up here to the brown wire on the switch. There's a brown wire in there. So the red with a brown stripe from the servo unit runs to the brown wire on the control switch. As I said, I'm going to be mounting the PC8 relayed fuse box up here to simplify things, because I'm putting in heated grips and other things at the same time. You can just use relays from using the orange and green wire here as your 12 volt switch power. That's basically it. So I don't have everything tied down yet, because I wanted to get a video before I put everything back together, and you couldn't see any of the connections. But here's my little mount that I made at work. Nothing fancy, just a piece of aluminum bolted into the mirror. I got a longer screw and a spacer, and mounted on the mirror bracket. And for anybody that was interested in how to hook it up, that's pretty much it. Oh, and this blue comes from blue on your switch. That's your neutral, negative on your switch, and the black is pretty obvious off of the main unit. There's your negative off of the main unit. And that's about it.